Children of God, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to get straight into the word. Today, it's Zechariah 14 verse 9, and this must make us so excited. The Lord will be king over the whole earth. On that day, there will be one Lord, and his name, the only name, and we know his name is Jesus. Guys, this book is so amazing. Yes, it's a bit of a longer book. It's got 14 chapters, and for one of the minor prophets, it's actually quite a long book, but it is so brilliant. I just want you guys to understand that, 500 years before Jesus Christ comes, there's a lot of prophecies. I mean, Zechariah had many, many visions, and it's written down in this book. But it comes to prove that Jesus is the Messiah, the promised, the great deliverer of Israel. See, unlike Zechariah's listeners, we can look back at Christ's ministry and mission. We can look back on what they've done. That time Christ hasn't come, and they were waiting for their Christ to come. They were waiting for the Messiah to come. And here Zechariah goes and writes it down. You see, as you go study Zechariah's prophecy, you will see the details of Christ's life that were written 500 years before their fulfillment. Read and stand in awe of God who keeps his promises. And this is one thing that we must do with this book. Go read it, and you're going to stand and you're going to read, and you're going to be in awe of what was written 500 years before he came. But there is also a future of the age. As you read Zechariah, think through the implications of this promised event. Your king is coming, and you will reign forever and ever. You see, God knows and controls the future. We may never see more than a moment ahead, but we can be secure if we trust in him. And this is where this book goes. You see, even in times of discouragement and despair, difficult times where we cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, where sometimes we're just hoping for a ray of light to shine through. See, here God comes and he says, I'm in control of everything. Jesus is coming. Jesus has already came. He's already ruled. He's already paid the price. He's already defeated death. I mean, Paul goes and writes, death, where is your sting? Because Christ has paid it. We are saved. We are made free because of him. You see, God is working out his plan for our lives in us and through us. A lot of times we cannot see it. A lot of times we are too stubborn to see it. Maybe we are so desperate that we're looking in the wrong direction. We always, instead of looking forward, we either look to the side or we look back. And we're always asking, God, where are you? But if God, 500 years before Christ coming, writes such a book to reveal everything about Christ, especially if you can read from chapter 9 onwards all the way till the end of 14, we see it's all to do with the coming Messiah. And the good news today is the Messiah has come, Jesus Christ, nothing but Jesus. And all we have to do is call on his name, and he is there for us. That is the news that I want to bring today. I think this must excite us. Because a lot of times we fall into times of discouragement with everything happening around us. We struggle. Just remember the name of Jesus. God is working everything out. God is working in the background. Know that he's up to something. Know that he's busy doing something. Our duty now is to keep our eyes focused on Jesus. Keep on calling him. Even though you don't see the light of day at the moment. It might be midnight, but midnight only lasts so long. And then morning comes. You see, joy comes in the morning, and morning is coming. This is the word of encouragement today. We see with Paul, and I think it's Paul and Silas in prison. At midnight they were worshiping, and then came an angel, and he opened the doors of the jail for them to escape. You see, that's what we got to do. Is during our midnight, even though we cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel at this moment, let's keep on rejoicing, keep on seeking Jesus, because God is busy working in the background, and the time will come. Zechariah says, it says right throughout the Bible. And you know what? God will honor you, and he will lift you up, not because of who you are, because of who he is and the promises he's made, and his word will never return void and empty. Know that, take that, rejoice even in midnight, and see how God changes the things at the right time. Blessings, guys.